But first, Jerick McKinnon. His knee flares up after only 2 days of practice. This guy was looking like the next bright NFL star, the next Devonta Freeman for Kyle Shanahan, the guy that he went and made the fourth highest paid running back just last year to be his next workhorse, his next mammoth behind the zone blocking scheme of Kyle Shanahan. And yet the guy cannot stay on the field. A workout freak that just can't seem to stay healthy, unfortunately. It's sad real life wise, but fantasy owners can at least breathe that kind of sigh of relief that a three-headed nightmare where who knows who's getting what carries every week, there's not real value that you can actually depend on, has now become a two-headed situation. And that's actually very viable when this offense ranked third in rushing yards from their running backs last year. The Kyle Shanahan zone blocking scheme has made monsters out of nobodies like Steve Slayton, Olandis Gary, made mammoths out of guys like Arian Foster. So we got Tevin Coleman and Matt Breida with a lot clearer paths now to playing time. Tevin Coleman, the favorite to start. He's got experience in Shanahan's system over in Atlanta. He's already said that he's being moved all over the place by Shanahan. He's the favorite for goal line work. Kyle Juszczyk has raved about how Tevin Coleman just gets the job done, plows through the defenders, something they lacked last year. They were the lowest red zone scoring team in the league and lowest in red zone touchdowns, especially rushing touchdowns too. So ultimately, Tevin Coleman probably going to inherit that short yardage role where they struggled so heavily last year. Definitely the guy you want to look at first and becomes a major value going right now around the 6-7 turn. If that stays put, he's going to be a guy that could win potential leagues. They're saying Jerick McKinnon could start on the IR. They can't put him back on the PUP. That would cost him at least 8 weeks of the season if he's not ready and they don't want to burn a roster spot for those early weeks waiting for him. And then Matt Breida becomes the clear-cut change of pace back, a guy that led the league in rushing through 3 and 4 weeks last year, really thrived in the system, but then couldn't stay healthy, couldn't really hold up to that true workhorse style load. But as a change of pace where he's only getting 9 to 10 touches every week, that could potentially yield some huge fantasy value for Matt Breida. Again, coming off a great season until he got hurt, and then he was dinged up and seemed to die on the field every other week. But ultimately, I really like this move for Matt Breida. I like the move for Tevin Coleman with a lot clearer fantasy opportunity there with our guy Jerick McKinnon removed there.